Hey, are you Adam Graham?
The very same. And this is my old-time radio snack wagon.
Welcome to the old-time radio snack wagon, where we serve up a bite-sized portion of old-time radio. And now, here's your snack wagon host, Adam Graham.
Welcome to the old-time radio snack wagon. Last week, we played Way Back Home, a request program that was addressed to people in soldiers' hometowns. However, far more common during the golden age of radio, and particularly around World War II, were Armed Forces Radio Services programs that were requests to stars of film, screen, and radio. World War II saw America united in a quest to defeat the Axis, and a massive commitment of manpower led to millions of former civilians being inducted. And it was important not only to feed, house, and arm them, but to entertain them and keep morale up. With the entertainment industry fully behind the war, the best of the entertainment world made themselves available. And as such, programs were born where members of the armed forces requested their favorite stars to appear. Many series during the war were powered by service member request, among them GI Journal, Mail Call, and the greatest of them all, Command Performance. These series, and Command Performance in particular, were often able to command star power that domestic variety programs could never afford. They featured combination of acts and actors that were never heard before and that would never be heard again. Plus, sometimes weren't just for performers, but for a specific plot or scenario that the networks would never come up with, or if they did, would never actually do. On Christmas Eve 1942, Command Performance went out to the public for the first time across all four networks, NBC, Red and Blue, Mutual, and CBS. And one of the requests that was answered that night touched on the comedic feud between Jack Benny and Fred Allen. Earlier this season, we featured the duel between Charlie McCarthy and W.C. Fields. In terms of length and breadth, that was nothing. When old-time radio fans think of comedy feuds, this is the one. It continued across multiple seasons of both of their shows, and even made it to film. Yet on Christmas Eve, there was a request made regarding the feud, and the two great comedians would answer it together. Now we go to Bob Hope hosting Command Performance on December the 24th, 1942.
Well, men, for a long time, Jack Benny has been feuding with Fred Allen. But thousands of you guys in the AEF have commanded that on this Christmas Eve, the feud should be patched up. And right this minute, the Martins and the Coys of radio are holding a special peace conference in New York. So hello, New York. Command Performance ready for Fred Allen and Jack Benny.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, from New York City, we bring you two lads who, after a 7-year misunderstanding, have reunited in the spirit of the Christmas season. So here they are, folks, those two entertaining boys, the old vaudeville team of Jack Benny and Fred Allen.
Thank you. Pardon me, Mr. Announcer, but I think you have that billing a little wrong. The proper way to announce this act is Fred Allen and Jack Benny. You see, my name comes first.
What do you mean your name first?
Well, if you will remember, Mr. B, I paid the room rent today. We are not sleeping on the fire escape tonight.
Oh, that's right. Introduce us again, Mr. Wells.
If you will. Thank you. So here they are, folks, those two entertaining boys, the old vaudeville team of Fred Allen and Jack Benny.
Thank you.
Hey, wait a minute. I just happened to think of something. Mr. Announcer, my name should come first.
Your name?
Yeah, you see, I'm the guy that got our tuxedos out of hock. Remember?
Oh, that's right. That's
if it wasn't for me, you'd be here in your underwear tonight.
You wouldn't even be here, Mr. Benny.
Wait just a minute. I can straighten this whole thing out very easily. Here they are, folks. Those two hams, Blue Eyes and Nasal Hazel.
Jack, people, this is great, isn't it? 3 receptions and we haven't done anything yet.
Wonderful, yes.
People are certainly, I wanted to get a little joke in here if you don't mind.
No.
People are certainly saving their tires these days. You know, I was riding down 42nd Street there this afternoon on a streetcar, and Henry Ford got on.
Fred, wait a minute. Bob Hope just did that joke in Hollywood.
Well, I know, Jack, but there's 3 hours difference in time. That joke didn't even get here yet.
See, I thought you were just giving it another chance. You know? Freddie, Freddie, I'm sorry that
don't laugh if you're sorry. If you're acting, if you're sorry.
Look, Freddie, I'm terribly sorry that I argued with you over our billing.
Well, I'm sorry too, Jackie. After all, this is Christmas Eve.
Yes, sir. And Freddie, you know what the greatest thing in the world is today? It isn't money, is it?
No, it isn't. And it isn't butter, Jackie.
And it isn't sugar.
No, it isn't sugar, Jackie.
I tell you, Fred, the greatest thing in the world today is friendship.
You're right, Jack. Friendship.
If you're ever in a jam, here I am. If you're ever in a mess, SOS. If you ever feel so happy you land in jail, I'm your bail. It's friendship, friendship. Just a perfect friendship. When other friendships have been forgot, ours will still be hot. La la la, dig, dig, dig. Oh, Freddie.
Yes, Jack?
I understand there's a shortage of fat.
Why don't you turn in your head? If you're ever up a tree, fall to me, I'm on key.
If you're ever down a well, ring my bell.
If you're ever lose your teeth and you're out to dine, borrow mine.
It's friendship, friendship. Just a perfect friendship. When other friendships have been forgate, ours will still be great. La la la, chop, chop, chop.
Oh, Jack.
Yes, Freddie.
I understand there's a shortage of heads.
Well, why don't you turn in one of yours? If they ever black your eyes, be wise. If they ever cook your goose, turn me loose. If they ever put a bullet right through your brain, I'll complain. It's friendship, friendship, just a perfect friendship. When other friendships have been forget, ours will still be it. It's friendship, friendship, just a perfect friendship. When other friendships have been forgot, ours will be the nuts. Loddle, doddle, doddle, hep, hep, hep. Oh, Merry Christmas.
On the advice of our lawyers, ladies and gentlemen, we return you to Hollywood.
Welcome back. The feud didn't stop forever, of course. It made for ratings and comedy gold for the two comedians. It continued through the cancellation of Allen's radio program and would reappear on television. But of course, they could set it aside for Christmas and for America's Serviceman. And it should be said that this feud was just for laughs. When Fred Allen died, and he released a statement that addressed the age-old question of whether he and Fred Allen were actually friends. Benny said simply, "You couldn't have such a long-running and successful feud as we did without having a deep and sincere friendship at the heart of it." He Before we go, a brief reminder so that nobody misses an appearance of the Snack Wagon or comes out expecting us to deliver an old-time radio snack when we won't be here. We will be back on Friday with our final pre-Christmas program, and then we'll be back on New Year's Day with no program on Christmas. It's time for me to close up the old Snack Wagon, but don't worry, we'll be back with another serving of old-time radio goodness before you know it. If you want to enjoy some of our longer form podcasts, you can feast away at my website at greatdetectives.net. Your emails are also welcome at adam@snackwagon.net.
The Old Time Radio Snack Wagon comes to you from Boise, Idaho. Your host is Adam Graham. Sound production is by Rhines Media, LLC. You can listen to past episodes of the Old Time Radio Snack Wagon as well as connect on social media at our website at snackwagon.net. Email suggestions for episodes to adam@snackwagon.net. This has been the Old Time Radio Snack Wagon.
Until next time, goodbye.